NYT Cable TV presents High School Sports Spotlight.
Welcome to the District 28 Wrestling Championships. Tonight we have the pleasure to be here at the Pennsauken Senior High School, where 11 teams representing District 28 will be competing in both the Consolation and the Championship rounds. The teams involved are Haddonfield, Haddon Township, Haddon Heights, Paul VI, Camden High School, Collingswood High, Bishop Eustace Prep, Pennsauken, Pennsauken Tech, Camden Catholic, and Audubon. Each of these schools has outstanding individual wrestlers, and we'll be seeing some of the top performers in South Jersey here tonight. Alex, do you want to talk a little about some of the strengths and some of the weight categories that we'll be seeing this evening?
Cammie, we have two really outstanding teams in this district, and they are Paul VI, which was ranked third in South Jersey and won the Parochial 8 championships. They have 11 wrestlers, which will be in the consolations in the finals. Haddon Township, where Miller Preston continues to do an outstanding job, will also have quite a few wrestlers in the consolations and finals. And among some of the other schools, Camden has a fine 101 in Waters, and a very nice 108 in John Morton. Audubon has Petrowski at 170, who is an outstanding wrestler. Haddon Heights has LeCoury and Barr and a couple other people who are outstanding. So we should see some people who will make a mark in next week's regional championships coming.
Okay, and we'll be back with all the action after these messages.
I just went to a Kohler showroom, and it was an experience. I had no idea remodeling a bathroom could be so interesting. I saw how Kohler's faucets and colorful fixtures give a bathroom style and let you be really creative in the space you have to work with. When I remodel, it's going to be the best. So I'm going to start with the bold look of Kohler. Before you remodel your bathroom, see your Kohler dealer.
Entertain the whole family with Front Row. If you're looking for drama, comedy, or even the daring, this month Front Row brings it home to you with movies like Commando, Weird Science, Silver Bullet, Compromising Physicians, and more. Front Row, an exclusive first-run service for you. All you have to do is take a seat.
Welcome back, and we're getting ready for the 101 matches, and as you'll note, tonight we're using two mats. Consolation rounds will be taking place simultaneously, and we're going to try to bring you a little bit of the action in each match. And right now we see Haddon Township going against Haddon Heights.
Haddon Township, we have Nazarek from Haddon Township and Owl from Haddon Heights. And they're almost a takedown in here. And they've got a stalemate. It's a 108-pound match. On mat number one at the 101-pound consolations, we have Mike Ahern from Paul VI and Flennard, Robbie Flennard from Haddon Heights. So Haddon Heights right now has two wrestlers on the mat at 101 and 108. Brett Nasparek has taken a 2-0 lead over Ed Rowell of Haddon Heights. Riding with a tight waist in here. Haddon Township is coached by Miller Preston, one of the outstanding wrestling coaches in South Jersey, and in the state he has 235 wins. And if Paulsboro wasn't in his conference, he would become an immortal. Now, there's a cradle here by Rowell from Heights. And he just lost it. He got points coming. Rowell has 4, and they're standing up. There's a takedown by Nez Parrott from Haddon Township. And he increases his advantage. There's the end of the period. I'm having a hard time seeing that scoreboard on mat number 2 here, Tammy. Could you make it out?
Right now it looks like 4-0.
No, that can't be correct. Yeah, we have on mat number 1, we have Haddon Heights on top. Mike Ahern from Paula 6 and blue on the bottom here. The score is 2-0. Leonard from Heights was coming around. We had a potential injury called here by the official, and we have a timeout on mat number 1. The score of mat 1 is 2-0 favor Robbie Flener to Haddon Heights. We have 1:36 left in the second period. With a timeout, Mike Ahern. Now on mat number 2 here, we have Rowell, who has turned over Nez Parrott from Haddon Township. This could be an upset here. Rowell has Nez Parrott in trouble. He's trying to stay off his back and prevent from being pinned. Nez Parrott fighting, and I think he's going to make it. There's a half goes in very deeply by Rowell from Haddon Heights. Ed Rowell is 15-4. There's a cradle again.
And there's 21 seconds left in the second period.
21 seconds left, Gammy, and it looks like Nez Parrott is going to weather the storm in this second period. Now, Ed Rowell had gone into the districts with a 15-4-1 record. Nez Parrott was 8-10-1, so it would be an upset if Nez Parrott could pull this out. We're on the last period now with Ed Rowell on the bottom. Brett Nez Parrott in the offensive position. He's trying to break Rowell down, which he does.
Alex, there is quite a difference here between Brett Nazarek's record and Ed Rowell's record.
Sure is.
Nazarek with an 8-10-1 and Rowell with 15-4-1. This certainly would be a great upset for Brett Nazarek.
It sure would. Now, Ed Rowell has just come around and reversed Nez Parrott. And he looks, right now, he looks like he's in pretty good shape, but he has to watch out for those cradles that Haddon Township is so famous for. It's like he's putting a cradle, he's trying to put a cradle in on his own. Ed Rowell from Haddon Heights trying to take a third place medal against Brett Nez Parrott of Haddon Township.
Of course, Miller Preston of Haddon Township, one of the deans of wrestling in South Jersey, Alex.
Oh, he sure is. He's a great coach. I'll tell you that. I have a great deal of respect for Miller. I've known him for 20-some years. He does a super job with those kids. Now we have 36 seconds remaining in the 108-pound class with Ed Rowell from Haddon Heights, who is leading Brett Nazarek from Haddon Township, 11-4 it looks like. With 23 seconds left. Rowell from Haddon Heights looks like he's in good control. He just got back points on a tilt, and he looks like he's going to be the bronze medal winner in the 108-pound class. Now we have a barn burner, Cammy, in that 101-pound class on Mat 1 with Mike Ahern and Rod Leonard of Haddon Heights. They have 32 seconds left in their match. Nasparek is down from Haddon Township now. Ed Rowell on top. And there's the buzzer for the 108-pound Consolation third place winner, Ed Rowell, Haddon Heights, who will be going to the Region 7 Championship at Cherry Hill East next week. Did a nice job. And in the 101-pound class, we have the winner, Rob Leonard of Haddon Heights, over Mike Ahern of Paul VI. That was a good match, 4-1. All right, now on mat number 2. Barry Downey from Camden at 115 pounds, and from Bishop, or from Audubon, excuse me. From Audubon, we have
Bob Bronx, a 9th grader who plays football and baseball. His record is 8-7 this year.
And go out of bounds. Bob Brown.
And Barry Downey of Camden High is in the 12th grade. His record this year is 11 pins or technical falls, and 4 decisions and 1 forfeit. His overall record in his 4 years at Camden High is 44-16. In 1984, he was 3rd in the districts, and he's been a 2-time Christmas tournament champion. He's also an active member of the Victory Baptist Church in Camden.
He just missed a takedown there, Jamie. And Barry Downey is a very, very tough wrestler. He was upset at 115 this afternoon. And he's an experienced wrestler, 44 wins his varsity career. He's going to be tough. He's wrestling a freshman who's got a great experience coming. Referee starts him again. The head official is Carmel Tortella, who was an ex-Paulsboro wrestler in college, and he is now an official. Now, for you wrestling fans, if you see 2 officials on a mat, one is the head official, and the other official is a mat judge. Now, the mat judge in this match at 115 is Jerry Earhart. Now, Jerry was the first wrestling coach they had at Cherokee High School. He wrestled in high school at Bishop Eustace, and one official is in charge of the match. The other official is a helper. He can do everything except call a pin. If he sees an illegal hold or something that the head official does not see, he'll tell him. And he can also call stalling. But But the working official or the head official in this match is Tortella. We have no score in the first period. Now, young Bobby Browns is doing a fine job here. Gabby, I'm surprised. Barry Downey is an experienced wrestler, and I guess Bobby forgot to read his clippings. And Downey just has a takedown. And we've shifted to mat number 1 here. We have Haddon Township with one of their famous cradles. That's Todd Young. No, excuse me. Should be, that looks like Doug Vernon, but he hasn't crossed out. He's wrestling
This is Ron Seddon,
a junior from Audubon, who was second in the Christmas tournament at Shalleck. Score is Haddon Township 8 and 0 for Seddon from Audubon. They're in the second period of 1:45 in it. Ron Seddon Audubon, who came into the district with a 7-12 record, and Doug Vernon, who was 16-2-1, Cammy, who came in. He was upset this afternoon. He was a second seed. Now he has a takedown here. And he should be the favorite to win the bronze medal in the 122-pound class. Rob Seddon Audubon and Doug Vernon, Haddon Township. And Doug Vernon from Haddon Township looks like he's in pretty good shape. He's trying to cradle one of the famous cradles that Haddon Township is known for, and he has back points coming. Now, if he scores 3 points, we're going to have one of these technical falls. And this match is going to be over, Cammy. We have a technical fall with 52 seconds left in the second period. It will be Doug Vernon over Rod Seddon of Audubon. Technical fall.
Of course, as we go to the other mat, we have just witnessed the end of a match which was taken by Downey of Camden, and he also scored a pin.
Downey had a pin over Bob Browns, a freshman from Audubon, who looks like he's going to have some potential.
You know, Alex, throughout this year, we have seen a real amazing amount of freshmen participating in all the meets that we have been in, and it's amazing to see how skilled these young people are coming into high school and the poise that they show in this tough competition.
Oh, it's a tough sport, Cammy. And, yeah, the kids have to really be dedicated and disciplined. Otherwise, they just don't have a chance to be successful in this. Now, right now, we have Haddonfield. And that is Mark Mole from Haddonfield, who came into district with a 6'5" and he is wrestling against Pat Giamimi from Camden Catholic. Giamimi and Mark Mole on mat 2, and we have Dave Nyman, and Don Voss on mat 1. We're in the consolations of the 135-pound class. Mark Mole of Haddonfield, Pat Giamimi of Camden Catholic.
Of course, Camden Catholic's wrestling coach has recently resigned.
Larry Finelli. Larry has been a head coach at Gloucester County, or Camden County, excuse me. He's been a head coach at Bishop Eustace, and he's ending his coaching career at Camden Catholic. He has resigned, and I was speaking to him earlier, and there's a takedown, by the way, of one of his boys, Pat Giamimi, from Camden Catholic over Mark Mull of Haddonfield. Larry Finelli's been involved in wrestling for a long time, Cammy. I think he was an All-American at York College, the same school that Gary Pepper went to. And they go out of bounds with Pat Giamimi of Camden Catholic leading Mark Mull 2-0. Mull is in the defensive position. Giamimi is going to take an attack. 135-pound class. We're going for the bronze medal in District 28. Mull's trying to switch. Giamimi might have some back points here. Yep, there they are. I made it 4-0 now with Pat Giamimi up over Mark Mull. Giamimi's riding very, very tough in here, and he's keeping Mull flat on that mat. And as long as you have a wrestler flat, he's not dangerous. Now he's going for a quarter Nelson, and he's just doing everything, trying to break Mull down. And they go out of bounds. The head official for this match is Jerry Earhart. The mat judge, Carmen Tortilla. Giamimi leading 4-0 over Mark Mull Haddonfield. Giamimi riding tough. Mull cannot get to his base. And when he does, he's just not moving. Giamimi's controlling him very, very strongly. I feel bad, Cammy, that they did away with riding time in high school wrestling. And there's the period. Pat Giamimi leading Mark Mull 4-0. Now we switch to mat number 1. We have Dave Nyman of Paula 6. And Dan Voss of Camden Catholic. Now they split during the season. Each of them won a match. So this match could go either way. The wrestling for the bronze medal and an opportunity to go to the District 7 Regional Championships. We're in the second period. There's 1:41 left. Dave Nyman is leading 2-0. And I would expect this kind of a match from these two. Like I said, they met twice before.
And Dan Vows has a record of 14-7-1, and Dave Nyman, of course, with 13-9. So they're pretty evenly matched wrestlers.
Pretty even, yes, Cammy. Now this match will be decided, I believe, on whoever makes the least mistakes. They're on their feet. There's 1:17 left in the second period. Dan Voss just took a shot. Nyman counters. 2-0. Dave Nyman of Paula 6. And there they go, nearly out of bounds. Now the head official in mat 1 is Bob Aceto. Bobby was a wrestler at Audubon many years ago. And he wrestled for Jack Kinner, the present coach. The mat judge in that. Now Dan Voss looks like he might have a takedown. Nyman countered it very, very nicely. And he went out of bounds. John Farrow is the mat judge working with Bobby Aceto on mat number 1. We have 49 seconds left in the 129-pound match. Consolations. They're going for the bronze and an opportunity to go to the regional championships. Nyman leading Dan Voss of Camden Catholic 2-0. Both wrestlers looking for that opening for a takedown. Voss almost came and got it. 28 seconds left, 27 seconds left, first period. 2-0 Nyman. They're both standing now. Now we have a stalling warning. Cammy, could you see who he... Okay, both wrestlers were called for stalling. Okay. 10 seconds left in the second period. Dave Nyman, Paul VI, Dan Voss, Camden Catholic, wrestling for third place in the Consolation. They go out of bounds, and time has run out on the second period. We're going to this last period now. Dave Nyman is leading 2-0 over Dan Voss. Now, Cammy, in this match, Dan Voss beat David Nyman. And we're switching to Camden Catholic with Pat Giannini and Mark Mole. The score here is 9-1, favor Pat Giannini. That looks like he's in pretty good shape here, and he looks like he's going to win the bronze medal, but you never can tell. Standing up, Pat Giannini, Mark Mole of Haddonfield. Giannini, Camden Catholic. Gary Earhart starts the wrestlers in a neutral position. Now Mole's going to have to try to throw Giannini. He's going to need a big move in order to get back in this match. He's losing 9-1. Giannini has a leg and trying for that takedown. And he doesn't have anything yet. And they go out of bounds. Good wrestling there. Mark Mole takes a shot. Giannini pancakes. Countered very nicely. Mole has to try to throw. He has to try to put Pat Giannini on his back. They're out of bounds. We have 1:07 left in the last period. Pat Giannini, Camden Catholic, Mark Mole, Haddonfield. Wrestling in 135-pound weight class for third place. Giannini's trying for that takedown. Mole countering. Gary Earhart's going to start him again. Mole and Giannini from Camden Catholic. Giannini leading 9-1 over Mark Mole Haddonfield. Both wrestlers are in a neutral position. There's a nice takedown there by Mark Mole on an ankle pick. Very nice. And the score now is 9-3. Favor Pat Giannini of Camden Catholic. He had escape. I don't know why he did that. Mole's trying to go behind and get another time. He got the takedown, and there's the buzzer. So, final score, Pat Giannini, 10, Mark Mole Haddonfield, 5. Pat Giannini is going to the
And we'll be back
regional
with the
championship.
We'll be back with the rest of the action after these messages.
Why does Kohler make so many plumbing products? Why over 1,100 faucets and spouts? Why more than 700 lavatories? More than 200 toilets? Why over 450 baths, whirlpool baths, and spas? 20 product colors. Because Kohler wants your home to be one of a kind.
FL Myers Incorporated, serving South Jersey.
Heard the news?
I've never seen anything like it.
March is going to be a month of wild and crazy fun.
Good.
On Cinemax.
Well, I do like to have fun.
Then watch The Purple Rose of Cairo, Desperately Seeking Susan.
Who?
Plus weird and wacky originals and music to rock by.
What's in it for me?
More than 70 scintillating choices every month. So run for the nearest phone.
Every man for himself.
Call your local cable company and order Cinemax in March. Get it?
Got it.
Okay, we have David Nyman and Dan Voss from Camden Calic. Nyman is leading 7-5. There's 1 second left in the match. For third place, Nyman is leading by 2 points. Dan Voss is in a top position.
It's a nail-biter for you, Alex.
Yeah. Now, Dan Voss beat David Nyman last time they wrestled, Cammy, 20-5. And the time before that, they wrestled the first time this season. Nyman beat Voss 8-5. So, you know, wrestling can really take wide swings. Here's a Dave Nyman, a loser, 20-5, is going to come back, and it looks like there was a problem with the score. The score is 7-6. That was what the delay in that match was. The score is 7-6, favored Dave Nyman, and the officials have had quite a long discussion on this. There's 1 second left. I would think Dave Nyman would end up winning this match. I don't know if I ever saw anybody lose a match in 1 second, but it's possible. Okay, Bob Aceto's finally getting them started, and the match is over. Dave Nyman will go to the Region 7 Championship, third place bronze medal winner over Dan Voss of Camden Catholic. That was a great match. Now we go to the 141-pound class. We have Timmy McEnany, the son of that outstanding football coach at Consolation, Vince McEnany, and Robbie Shroud from Collingswood. Shrouds is leading Timmy McEnany 2-0. Now Shrouds from Collingswood came into the district with a 14-3 record. Tim McEnany came in with 17-5. So this match here could very easily be a toss-up. And we're into the first period with a 2-0 lead in favor of Rob Shards of Collingswood. Now, Collingswood had a very, very young team this year, Cammy, and they, under Sam Corson some years ago, had a really outstanding club. And they've just fallen on hard times recently, but Ron Hamrick, their young coach, is determined to bring them back. And there is a 4-0 lead now for Rob Shards over Tim McEnany of Bishop Eustace. Now, on the other mat, we have George Trauger of Paula 6 and Carlos Cream of Camden. We're having quite a match over here. Now, it looked like Cream had a cradle, and the officials could not decide if there was control. Now, as I told you fans before, you'll see 2 officials on the mat. One is a working official, and the working official is John Farrow, and they have a mat judge just for that situation, and that is Bobby Aceto. Now, if there's a problem, they will consult, because when wrestlers get this far in consolations and in the finals, you want to have more than one person, if possible, help to make a judgment.
And of course, Carlos Green from Camden, a senior, has a record of 16-3-0 this year.
And George Trauger 15-5. So this match also is going to be a super match. And there goes Carlos Green with the takedown. and takes the lead in the first period with 55 seconds left over George Trauger of Polar 6. Trauger right now is in the defensive position. Carlos Cream in the offense. Cream is a very, very strong and very agile wrestler, Cammy. He's unorthodox in a lot of things he does, but he's tough.
And he was a standout on the Camden High football team this year, too.
Cammy, I believe he's an honor student, if I'm not mistaken. Trauger's trying to come out, and it looks like he may have two, although the officials haven't seen it yet. There it is. Trauger for Polar 6 just tied the match 2-2 with 11 seconds left in the first period. Carlos Cream of Camden on the bottom. Cream coming into the district 16-3. George Trauger 15-5.
Of course, we saw George Trauger earlier this season on NYT when Paul VI met Highland, and George Trauger really played a pivotal role in that one.
I think that's the first time he ever played football, Cammy. He did a great job. It's too bad he hadn't stayed at it or started a little earlier. By the way, the coach for Camden is Hedley Fane, and he's done a really an outstanding job with Camden. Now we have 2 back points for George Trauger over Carlos Cream, and Trauger goes up 4-2. In the second period, we're wrestling in the 148-pound weight class. Consolation round for third place. The winner will go to the District 7 Championship. Hedley Fame has been at Camden 10 years, Cammy. He has done an excellent job, and he has some fine wrestlers, 2 of who will be in the finals. Now we have a double stalling warning by John Farrell, the official. John's been an official for 3 years. George Trauger on top. Carlos Cream from Camden trying to come out. And he's almost out. And there, nothing yet. Nothing yet. And there's 2, and the score now is tie again. 4-4 with 55 seconds remaining in the second period. Both wrestlers almost had identical records coming into today. 15-5, 16-3. Now Carlos Cream just got back points. He's going to have 2 coming, and he has a bar in on George Trauger with his right arm. And he's going to try to turn George again. We have 27 seconds remaining in the second period. The score, Carlos Cream of Camden 6, George Trauger, Polar 6, 4. Cream is trying to drive that bar. And now he switches to a tight waist and arm. Trauger's trying to come out with a reversal. And nothing. Carlos Cream is a very unorthodox type of wrestler.
Nonetheless, extremely strong, very agile.
We're going in the last period in this match, Cammy, and this is where it's going to rest. And I believe that the wrestlers, I'm not sure if it was Trauger who selected the stand-up or neutral position. We're in the last period. Cream 6 from Camden, Trauger 4, Polar 6. Wrestling for third place in the 148-pound class. The opportunity to go to the region championship. And there is a 2-point takedown for Carlos Cream, and he increases his lead to 8-4 over George Trauger. Now he lets him up 8-5, and they're standing. Now Trauger is pretty decent on his feet. Carlos Cream must have a lot of confidence standing up. We have 1:15 left. In a neutral position. Now Torger just gave up a takedown. Screen goes up. 10-4. Now we have back point coming. 2 more back points. The score goes to 12-4. And again, Carlos Cream allows George Torger to stand, and he got poked in the eye. We have a injury timeout. The score is 12-5, favor Carlos Cream of Haddonfield, or of Camden, over George Torger, Paula 6. We have 50 seconds remaining in the last period. So Carlos right now looks like he's in pretty good shape, Cammy, unless he makes a serious mistake. And they will be in a neutral or standing position.
Of course, Carlos Cream during this past year has been one of the leaders in individual records in South Jersey at 148. He's had an outstanding season.
Yeah, Camden had about 6 kids who really did a great job for him. They had a very, very nice season this year. Carlos looks like he's going to be okay. And we should be ready to continue the 148-pound consolation match in any moment. Here we go right now. The officials have just told the injury timekeeper to mark the time used. You're allowed 2 minutes for injury time. Torger shooting for a takedown. He needs a big move here to get back in this match. He's losing. And there's a takedown by Torger. I thought they had that score up there, Cammy, 12-5, but now they made it 10-7.
That was up at 12-5, so there was some adjustment. Whether it's correct or not, we don't have any indication.
We have 18 seconds left. Torger is trying desperately to try to turn Carlos Cream over. And this is what he has to do, and Cream is not going to let him do it if he can help it. George Torger, hole of 6, losing to Carlos Cream. 10-7 and trying to turn him, and he's not going to do it. So the third place finisher in the 148-pound weight class, Carlos Cream of Camden, a 10-7 winner over George Torger of Paula 6. Okay, we have switched now to the 148-pound weight class, and we have Jack Dunnigan of Paula 6, who came into the district with a 16-4 record, and he is wrestling Chuck Taglin of Camden Catholic, who is 11-10. Donahue has a cradle. We have 55 seconds left in the first period in the 158-pound weight class. He has 3 back points. He got a little sloppy with one of his cradles and lost it. He got 2 back points, and Chuck Taglin, the Camden Catholic, came out and reversed him. The score right now is 5-4 in favor of Donegan, hole of 6. Now, these wrestlers must have met a few times during the season also, Cammy.
Of course, a very spirited rivalry, Camden Catholic and Paula 6, both parochial A schools.
They always have a great rivalry in all sports. They have great athletes and they have great coaches. They got great students, and the fans there are super. Now we have a timeout here. The officials evidently are discussing the score. Last score I had was 5-4 in favor of Jack Jack Donegan. Some of our wrestling fans of South Jersey rooting for their favorite sons or nephews or whatever.
And tonight in these consolation matches, Alex, it's important to remember that we're trying to get as much exposure for all the kids in all the different schools, and we are jumping from mat to mat so that we can give a little bit of recognition to each of those schools participating here this weekend.
But Tammy, you know, this is the first time a district has ever been done, and it's the first time that anybody ever did anything for the consolations. Now, it's important because the third place finisher in the consolations will go on to the regionals, and of course in the regionals, the third place winner goes on to the states. So, you know, if you happen to catch a real good kid, he may be the best kid in the state, well, you will get an opportunity to go this way. Now we have Jack Donegan, who is down in the defensive position. Chuck Taglin on top.
And of course, right now we see Billy Hoover, the young football coach from Haddon Township Hawks, who is also the assistant wrestling coach, up in the stands, viewing the action.
He was sitting with Gene Hart, who was the next state champ. Donegan is trying to come out for a 2-point reversal. He got the 2, and he has a cradle, and he has it pretty good too. And he may get a 10 here. And time ran out. He got a 3-point near fall, and he increased his lead, I believe, to 10-4.
And that's what they've just put up on the scoreboard, 10-4, Alex.
See that? Donegan a little more time then. He might have got that pin. Chuck Taglin from Cannon Catholic caught a break. Now we have Jack Donegan, who is up in the offensive position. Chuck Taglin on the bottom. Cammy, Jack Donegan lost a heartbreaking match this afternoon. To Johnson, Kelly Johnson from Haddon Township. I think the score was 16-14. And it was a tough one to lose. Now he has Chuck Taglin, he's turning him over. He has a very, very deep half Nelson.
And of course, that was somewhat of an upset, Alex, earlier.
Yes, yes. Well, Taglin came out of it, and there's some more back points. Score goes up 12-5. Jack Donegan has got only had a grapevine in on Chuck Taglin, the Camden Catholic. We have 55 seconds left in the period. Donegan, 4-6, leading 12-5 over Chuck Taglin. We're going for third place in the 158-pound weight class. And the official calls a stalemate. Jerry Earhart. Jerry's been around in wrestling for a long time. Does a good job.
Yes, we'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Paul VI on winning the parochial A state championship.
Yeah, Gary Pappy's done a great job with that program, Sammy. That was a third or fourth in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Donegan again has Chuck Taglin in trouble. And Donegan got his weight shifted, and Chuck Taglin rolled him. So we have 2 back points. Jack Donegan is 14, and Chuck Taglin a reversal 6. 14-6. Donegan, ball of 6, leading Chuck Taglin. We have 4 seconds remaining in the period. And there's the buzzer. Now we're going into the last period. Donegan, 14. Chuck Taglin of Camden Catholic, 6. 158-pound weight class. We're going for the bronze medal and the opportunity to go to the Region 7 championships.
Of course, the Region Champion 7 championships will be held at Cherry Hill East next week.
I think they start Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, Cammie. And if you're a wrestling fan, you're going to see some great wrestling. Now we have a discussion between the officials and the coaches, and now they're switching now to mat number 1. And we have Jeff Mink of Haddon Township and Bill Anderson of Bishop Eustace. The score right now is 6-1 favor Bill Anderson over Jeff Mink of Haddon Township. Now Mink came into the district with a 5-0 record. Bill Anderson from Bishop Eustace 16-5, and Anderson has Mink in trouble. He's leading right now 6-1. We have 1:03 left, and there's a pin for Bill Anderson, who takes bronze medal, 3rd place, and an opportunity to go to the region championship.
And a big cheer goes up from the contingent of visitors from Bishop Eustace here tonight.
Bill Anderson, Bishop Eustace, coached by Warren Brown, one of the finest wrestling coaches in South Jersey. Jeff Bank. Now, we're back with Donegan. Jack Donegan and Chuck Taglin. We're in the last period. We have 1:27 left. Donegan is trying to cradle Chuck again. He has a comfortable lead, and he just turned him. And he's going to start getting back points. There's the official's hand. Now, you wrestling fans, if you want to find out if there are going to be back points coming, just watch the official's hand. There's a silent count. Now, if he gets up to a count of 5, it's a 3-point near fall. If you see his hand go less than 5, it's going to be 2 points, and Donegan comes up with a 3-point near fall. Now the score is 17-6. Jack Donegan, pole of 6, 158-pound Consolations. He still has that cradle in. Now he turns Chuck again, and they go out of bounds. And Jerry Earhart, the official, stopped it. The mat judge with Earhart, Armin Churchilla, ex-Paulsboro ace. 38 seconds remaining. Donegan trying to cradle again. He's not satisfied with winning the decision, Cammy. He wants a pin.
Well, I guess he's still smarting over the upset this afternoon.
Oh, that was a tough one to lose. But I spoke to him afterward, and I said, hey, you know, you can always come back. You just have to win tonight. Chuck Taglin trying desperately to get out. Jack Donegan, pole of 6, is well on his way to the region championship at Cherry Hill East. The 3rd place finish. Donegan 17, Chuck Taglin, Camden Catholic 6.
And we'll be back with the exciting main event tonight, the finals in the District 28 Championships. And we also will have a guest between matches, Vince McEnany, coach of Pennsauken High School football team. We'll be back with the interview after these messages.
just went to a Kohler showroom, and it was an experience. I had no idea remodeling a bathroom could be so interesting. I saw how Kohler's faucets and colorful fixtures give a bathroom style and let you be really creative in the space you have to work with. When I remodel, it's going to be the best. So I'm going to start with the bold look of Kohler. Before you remodel your bathroom, see your Kohler dealer.
MTV, it's full of rock and roll gutter snipes. I suspect some of our younger executives actually watch MTV. You make me wanna cry. Last night, I forced myself to watch MTV. Revolting. I would no more watch MTV than wear white socks.
MTV. Some people just don't get it.
Loving every minute of it.
Welcome back to Intermission here at Pennsauken High School, where we'll be setting up for the final rounds of the District 28 Championships. We're fortunate to have as our guest tonight the head football coach of Pennsauken High School, Vince McEnany. Vince has had a whole series of winning teams here at Pennsauken High School, culminating in the past 2 years as Olympic American Division Conference, and of course in 1984, Pennsauken went all the way and took the state championship. Vince, over your years here, you have produced many fine athletes who have gone on to Division I. Can you tell us a little about the players from the 84 team?
Yes, we had a great team in 84, Tammy. Probably our top player was David Griggs. He's now at the University of Virginia. He played there as a freshman last year, got a varsity letter. Greg Mark went to the University of Miami. He's playing down at Miami as a defensive end. Jason Nix, he's also with the University of Miami, playing as defensive halfback. Tim Loper was a great halfback. He's at Coffeyville, and he hopes to go to Nebraska maybe next year or some Division I school. We had about 4 go to Division I schools, and we had about another 7 or 8 kids go to Division II and Division III schools. Good bunch of guys.
And of course, with that kind of preparation, you give them not only on the field, but also academically. And there's been a lot of talk about the controversy with the C average ruling, with athletes not being able to participate because they can't keep their averages up. What do you think of this?
Hey, Tammy, I think it's a great rule. You know, when you see kids playing college, you'd only hope that they can really compete athletically and academically. I'd hate to think that someone would go to, I went to Westchester, and I would hate to think that someone would go out to Westchester just because they play football, they could be in school there. I think that it's academics first, athletics second. And I'm 110% in favor of the C average rule. I think it's a great rule.
And of course, you've enforced it here well, and you've sent your players on. Now, about the 1986 Pennsauken Indian team, we understand you really have some interesting players coming up from your freshman team.
Yes, we do. We've had probably the best freshman team we've had since I've been here in 16 years. We have especially we have 3 or 4 big, strong linemen, which we really need. We graduated 4 interior linemen offensively, and these guys coming up, I think, can help us an awful lot with what we have back from last year. We're looking forward to it next year.
And you've got a great backfield, and now all you need to do is fill in that quarterback slot and look out, Vince, in the American Division Olympic Conference. Thanks very much. We'll be back with the 101-pound wrestling match after these messages.
I just went to a Kohler showroom, and it was an experience. I had no idea remodeling a bathroom could be so interesting. I saw how Kohler's faucets and colorful fixtures give a bathroom style and let you be really creative in the space you have to work with. When I remodel, it's going to be the best. So I'm going to start with the bold look of Kohler. Before you remodel your bathroom, see your Kohler dealer.
You're a neo-maxi Zoom dweeby.
Yeah, but we still want you to get HBO. Just look what you'll be getting in March. Movie hits, The Breakfast Club, Desperately Seeking Susan, The Killing Fields, Missing in Action 2, HBO Big Events, exclusive HBO originals, and top-rated series, Knockout Sports, too. Call your cable operator today and get more than 100 HBO choices like these every month.
So let's hear it for all you lovely people. Come on.
Sunday, there's total sports excitement on ESPN. First, St. Louis meets Chicago in a live MISL shootout. The Steamers beat them on opening day, but the Sting is ready to strike back. Then the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. Nebraska is out to capture its third straight men's title, while the competition on the women's side has never been more intense. And join us in Australia, where America's Cup hopefuls meet for the first time. It's the 12-meter World Championships, and it's only on ESPN Sunday.
Why does Kohler make so many plumbing products? Why over 1,100 faucets and spouts? Why more than 700 lavatories? More than 200 toilets? Why over 450 baths, whirlpool baths, and spas? 20 product colors. Because Kohler wants your home to be one of a kind.
F.L. Myers Incorporated, serving South Jersey.
Welcome to the finals in the District 28 Championships. In the center mat, we have at 101 pounds, Mike Waters of Camden, sporting a 17-3 record, going against Kevin Dugan of Haddon Township, 11-6-1.
And Waters has just come with a takedown here and has a cradle over Kevin Dugan of Haddon Township. And he's going to increase that 2-0 lead, and they go out of bounds with 3 back points. So Mike Waters of Camden jumps out to a quick 5-0 lead over Kevin Dugan of Haddon Township. He is. I know that. Yeah, I can't believe it. Now Waters is trying to turn him, and Kevin Dugan comes out for reversal and cuts the score to 5-2, and Mike Waters comes around very quickly. Another reversal. Goes to 7-2, and he has a cradle again. Now, Kevin Dugan almost blocked it. Waters is so strong, he just turned Kevin on his back. There's more back points now. Mike Waters increases his lead to 10-2. We're still in the first period, 39 seconds left. He has another cradle. Kevin Dugan of Haddon Township trying to break out from the bottom.
And Mike Waters is a 12th grader at Camden High. His dual meet record this year was 12 pins or technical 2 falls, 3 decisions, and 2 forfeits. His overall wrestling record as a varsity member at Camden High was 45-8. Last year he took a 3rd in these districts and a 4th in the regionals.
He's a very, very strong young man, Cammy, and that strength will get him by. He's very physical too. He has another cradle over Kevin Dugan, and he's trying to turn him. And with that 10-2 lead, he is just muscling Dugan, and there he puts him on his back again. And there's a pin for Mike Waters of Camden. With 1 second remaining in the first period over Kevin Dugan of Haddon Township.
Of course, the gymnasium erupts with Camden fans congratulating Mike Waters. And we'll be moving on to the 108-pound category. Also a competitor here from Camden High, and John Morton, whose record is 17-2. He'll be going against one of the best athletes in South Jersey, Adam Derengowski of Paul VI, with a 20-1 record. This is going to be a tough one, Alex.
Well, Derengowski had wrestled Morton previously, Cammy. I think he beat him pretty handily. Derengowski is one of the best 108-pounders in South Jersey. His only loss this year was to 2-time state champ Dave Boncher from Phillipsburg. So I would have to go with Derengowski. Like I said, he is awful tough. And let me remind you wrestling fans that you'll see 2 officials on the mat. One is the head official, and the other official on the side is what they call a mat judge. And he is there to see or pick up anything that the head official misses. He can do everything except call a pin. He can call a stalling. He can call little locked hands. You can do a lot of things. Derengowski from Pola 6, Morton, Camden, finals, 108-pound weight class.
John Morton's overall varsity career has brought him 39 wins and 8 losses at Camden High. He was also third in the district's last year and a 2-time Christmas tournament champion. As a student at Camden High, John Morton is also an Oaks Memorial Award winner for his high academic standing. He's a parishioner at St. Augustine Church.
And they're out of bounds. However, Tortilla, ex-Paulsboro wrestling great, is the head official. John Farrow is the mat judge.
Of course, Adam Derengowski of Paul VI, a senior, is ranked second in South Jersey in his weight class.
Well, he's awful tough, Cabby. And he's strong for a little guy, too. Now we have 50 seconds remaining in the first period. We have no score. And Morton got a finger in the eye, and we have a timeout here. John Morton, Camden, Adam Derengowski, Paula 6. Cammy, the way it looks right now, had Paula 6. Looks like they will dethrone Haddon Township for the district championship this year. But I believe each school, Haddon Township and Paula 6, has 6 finalists. So it could be interesting to see what happens in some of the matchups, because I know they hit head-to-head, and that will decide the winner of the districts. Now we have a stalling warning against John Morton of Camden. Derengowski is in for a leg. We have 25 seconds remaining, and he's trying to get that 2-point lead, and he gets the 2 for a takedown. We have 15 seconds, first period. And we may have a injury time. The official stopped the match immediately. He must have thought that John Morton was injured. As I told the fans many times on TV, wrestling is one of the few, well, the only sport there is that I know of that the official will stop a match to prevent an injury. Adam Derengowski on top. We have 5 seconds remaining in the first period. He's trying to tilt John Morton. And the official said no, not enough. In order to get back points or tilt, you have to have your opponent's shoulder, a shoulder down 45 degrees from the mat, and the other shoulder down, or both shoulders 4 inches or less to the mat. Now they have selected standing up for the second period. One of the rule changes this year. Derengowski is trying a barrel roll, and John Morton countered it very nicely. Score is 2-0, Derengowski, Paul 6. Derengowski very, very busy, always shooting, always firing, making a man wrestle defensively. Now he gets the barrel roll this time and goes up by 4. And there's his tilt. He's getting back point. John Morton came out of it. Derengowski would not let him escape. He was very, very tenacious. Rod very tough. The score now is 7-0. Adam Derengowski, Paula 6 over John Morton of Camden. We're in the second period, 108-pound weight class. We have 1:13 remaining. Morton in a defensive position. Derengowski on top or the offensive position. He's trying to put a half in or look for a tilt. He's trying to tilt. And the official is motioning that it is not at that 45-degree angle we talked about and 4 inches or less to the mat. Adam is trying to pull that shoulder down. There's a count. If that official gets the 5, it would be a 3-point near fall. And I don't think he did. The we only may have, well, he did get 3. Score right now is 10-0, Darren Gowski. .24 seconds remaining, second period. We have a stalemate, called by the official, Normal Tortilla, and we'll start again. 22 seconds left in the second period. Cammy, I have a feeling that Darren Gowski, barring any unforeseen people that I haven't seen or heard about, will win the regionals at this weight class. He is tough.
Very aggressive. Of course, we've seen him a few times so far this season. A spectacular wrestler.
And he's beaten everybody, as I said, in South Jersey that he has faced, except a 2-time defending state champion. Now we have a caution against Darren Gowski, which was the second one, and that is moving before the official blows his whistle, and with a penalty point awarded to John Morton of Camden. So the score right now is 10-1. For those of you fans who attend the matches, if you see the official cup his hand like a C and point up or down, you know he's talking about a caution. Now we have another tilt here, and Darren Gowski's going to get at least 2. And there's the official counting again. It's a silent count. There's the buzzer. And we have 2 more points. The score right now, Darren Gowski, hold of 6, 12. John Morton, Camden, 1.
Of course, if Darren Gowski gets 4 more points here, Alex, he'll have a technical fall.
Yes. That's one of the other new rules. I think the wrestling coaches at the end of the year, Cammy, are going to have to sit down and decide on some of these rule changes. Now, there's an escape by Darren Gowski. The score right now is 13-1. We're in the last period, 1:44 left. They're going to have to talk about the technical fall being 6 points, the same as a regular fall. And they're going to have to do something with this tilt, Cammy, because it's getting to a point where it's getting to be ridiculous. Most of your technical falls are a result of tilts. The wrestlers are not going out trying to pin people, and that's the direct concept of the sport of wrestling. 1:35 left. Darren Gowski and Morton are on their feet. 13-1, and Darren Gowski got on his leg again. One good, nice job countering that one. Now we have stolen warning against John Morton, Camden. That was the second warning, and it's a penalty point. So Darren Gowski goes up 14-1. Now, Cammy, a takedown right here by Darren Gowski. Morton got the takedown. Okay. That could have resulted in a technical fall. So the score is 14-3. John Morton, Camden on top. He's losing. Adam Darren Gowski at pole 6. Good hand control in here, and he is out. That's one of the reasons he's a good wrestler. Good hand control. Wrestlers are in a neutral position. Score 15-3. Darren Gowski of Paula 6 over John Morton of Camden. Darren Gowski trying to get a takedown and try to hopefully to get that technical fall. Morton has a leg, nice trip, and the score now is 15-5. Morton of Camden losing to Adam Darren Gowski, ball of 6. Last period, 18 seconds remaining. The finals of the 108-pound weight class, District 20. We have an injury time here for John Morton. We have 18 seconds left, last period. Tammy, it seems that coming into the finals, there weren't too many upsets in the district, and most weight classes ran according to form, where most of the top-seeded wrestlers will meet the second seed, and that's a credit to the coaches on the way they seeded these wrestlers. They always try to get the best kids out for the finals.
And of course, one team we did not see here tonight represented in the consolations or the finals will be Pennsauken Tech, but a good word needs to be said about that school, because for the first time in the history of Pennsauken Tech, they advanced 5 out of 7 wrestlers into the second round of the districts. And of course, credit for that goes to their coach, Dick Perry, who was a former District 28 and Region 7 runner-up from Haddon Heights.
Well, Darren Gossky just got an escape, and there's the takedown. And we are going to have a technical fall here if they go out of bounds. The score right now is 18-5. Not a technical fall. 3 seconds left. Darren Gossky will be the 108 pounds champion. Now we have another caution warning, another point. And the score is 18-6. Darren Gossky. And there's the match. So the 108-pound champion, Adam Darren Gossky, ball to 6, 18-6 of the John Morton champion. And he's greeted by his team members. All of 6 looking to dethrone Haddon Township as the district champion this year.
At 115 pounds from Haddon Heights, we'll be seeing Jeff Barr, who has a 19-1 record. He'll be going against, from Camden Catholic, a senior, Jim Lumley, with an undefeated record, 20-0-2.
This match here, Tammy, is one of the terrific match. We only have one loss between the two wrestlers. Jeff Barr, 19-1, and Lumley, 20-2. So this match looks like it can go either way. Larry Finelli, Camden Catholic coach, who just recently resigned. And here we have the place winners at 101. The champion, Mike Water, 101-pound champion. I know Coach Thames must be very, very happy. He's done a super job with the Camden program. The place winners, all 3 will go to the region championships in Cherry Hill East next week, starting on Wednesday.
And we'll be ready now for action at 115 pounds.
Barr and Lumley, 115-pound weight class, wrestling for the District 28 championship.
Last year, Lumley took a second in the districts and was the Moorestown Christmas Tournament champion 3 times. He's an all-conference wrestler in the Olympic National Division.
Well, it's going to be awful tough to distinguish who would be favored in this match. They're so close. 19-1, 20-2. Lumley's going for a takedown here. Barr is trying desperately to prevent it. And there's a 2-point takedown signaled by John Farrow. The head official, Matt Judd, Bobby Aceto. And they're out of bounds. And John Farrow, the official, will start him again. Jeff Barr on the bottom. Jim Lumley, Camden Catholic, on top. Score 2-0.
Barr with a 20-1 record has an 18-12-1 career record. He is a senior. He took a 4th in the district in '83, a 3rd in '84, and a 1st in '85.
And Jeff just turned around and hit a switch. Very, very nice reversal against Jim Lumley to tie the match up with 52 seconds remaining in the first period. Cammy, I don't understand why Jeff hadn't wrestled before. I wonder if it's his first year of wrestling, because he looks like he could be an outstanding wrestler. He's only been wrestling 1 year.
No, Jeff has been wrestling for 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Okay. He's riding very tough over Jim Lumley of Camden Catholic. We have 23 seconds left. He's keeping Lumley flat. It's unfortunate that when they changed the rule on riding time, that a wrestler who can control his opponent on the mat, that's very difficult to do, receives no points. Lumley's trying to come out. Jeff Barr has both arms locked, and there's the period. So we have a 2-2 tie going into the second period. Jeff Barr of Haddon Heights, Jim Lumley of Camden Catholic, and it looks like, Cammy, that this match stacks up to be a 1 or 2 point decision.
And of course, Jeff Barr is coached by former outstanding wrestler George Mayer Jr., who wrestled for Haddon Township, went on to wrestle at Gettysburg College, and was also with the U.S. Army wrestling in Europe.
I remember George as a wrestler, and his dad is the director of athletics at Haddon Township, and I think one of the reasons, Cammy, Haddon Township has such a fine athletic program, aside from their great coaching staff, is that George Mayer has done a tremendous job over there all these years, and he's a fine gentleman. His son is too, by the way. He takes after his dad. Jim Lumley on top. He's riding Jeff Barr of Haddon Heights, and we have a stalling warning against Jim Lumley of Camden Catholic. Barr in the defensive position. Lumley on top in the offensive position. Barr trying to switch again. And then stepping over, and Lumley countering very, very nicely. He's trying to switch and come out again. Now Jeff Barr is almost out. Lumley has a reverse half in. And he's trying to keep Jeff Barr down. Barr's almost out. Now if Lumley hangs onto that leg, he could call a stalemate, because he's in a dangerous position here, and there it is. Now, a lot of the fans didn't like that call because they felt that Barr was popping his head out, and it could have been a 2-point reversal, but the official called it. That was a good call, and the score is 2-2. 49 seconds remaining. Lumley, Camden Catholic, Barr, Haddon Heights. We're wrestling for the 115-pound championship, District 28. Lumley's riding awful tough, and Barr is moving very, very well on the bottom, but Jim Lumley of Camden Catholic is staying right with him. We have 30 seconds remaining, second period. Score is tie. Now, it's very, very important that Barr get out here. We are Lumley, John Cradle, or Porter Nelson. We may have. There's the Porter Nelson again. He's keeping Jeff Barr flat on that mat. There's 2 seconds left, and there's the buzzer. So we go into the last period in the 115-pound championship, tied 2-2, and Barr has selected standing position. So they're in a neutral going into the last period. Evidently, this match will be decided on a takedown. Both wrestlers are very, very tough on top. And we're out of bounds. Official John Farrell will start him again.
Of course, Jim Lumley again had the advantage of being coached by Coach Finelli over at Camden Catholic, and we wish Coach Finelli a lot of luck upon his retirement from wrestling at Camden Catholic.
Well, Cammy, his job requires him to do a lot of traveling, and most wrestlers go out of bounds, and he felt it wasn't fair to the kids if he couldn't be there all the time. So, for the first time in many, many years, Larry Finelli will not be coaching someplace. 1:15 remaining, the last period. Jim Lumley, Camden Catholic, and Jeff Barr, Haddon Heights. We have no score. Lumley's trying to come around. Barr blocked him. They're in a neutral position. Score is tied 2-2. We're going for the 115-pound championship. Lumley's trying to come around. He's almost there. Barr has his right arm, and he made. Well, this match is going back and forth here. And there's the takedown. Jeff Barr.
That was really spectacular move by Jeff Barr.
That was a great move. He didn't quit, Cammy, and he took the lead 4-2 over Jim Lumley at Camden Catholic with 35 seconds. Now we have 28 seconds remaining in the period. Lumley undefeated this year, 20-0-2. Right now is looking for a loss if he can't get out. And there's 12 seconds remaining. Jeff Barr riding tough. Camden Catholic fans and coaches exhorting Lumley, get out, and he's not going to make it, Cammy. And there's the buzzer. So, the 115-pound champion, Jeff Barr from Haddon Heights, a 4-2 winner over Jim Lumley of Camden Catholic. It's a great match. That was a tough one to lose. Both wrestlers looked very even coming in. And it was a close match.
And now at 122 pounds, we'll have another great match between Ron Francisconi of Paul VI, the 19-1 record, going against Mike Bezzosa, 14-7 of Camden Catholic. And we are having another awards presentation, this time to the 108-pound category. Adam Derengowski, who was the #1 winner in that match.
Cammy, this is a great feeling for the kids, getting on that stand and receiving their medals. And this is what all the hard work and dieting is about. It's got to be a great feeling, especially for the one who gets on that #1 stool. There goes Ed Rowell, Haddon Heights, bronze medal winner.
And
John
Camden
Ford.
High gets a silver here.
And little Adam Derengowski, the District 28 champion. John Morton, Camden was second. Ed Rowell, Haddon Heights was third.
And we're ready now for that 122-pound bout. Ron Francisconi of Paul VI, Mike Bezzosa of Camden Catholic.
Cammy, in this match here, Mike Bezzosa from Camden Catholic upset Doug Vernon of Haddon Township, who came in. He was the #2 seed. And he earned the right to wrestle Ron Francisconi, the #1 seed, who came into the 19-1 and almost got a takedown with a throw. Now I think Francisconi should feel confident in this match. Of course, you never can get too confident, Cammy, but I'm pretty sure that he had beaten the Zozos twice during the season. Francisconi from Paul VI, Mike Bezzosa, Camden Catholic. Wrestling for the 122-pound championship, District 28, and the wrestlers go out of bounds. The head official of this match is Bob Aceto. The mat judge, Gary Earhart. Zozo trying for a takedown, and that was a beautiful move by Francisconi. Cammy, he just stepped over, and he has a double grapevine in. It's going to be very, very difficult for Bezzoso to bridge. He slipped out of that. And Bezzoso looks like he's going to make it and come out, and he does. Francisconi goes up 5-0. I think he gave an escape here, but it's not on the scoreboard. Right now the score is 5-0. Ron Francisconi, Polasek, and we have a timeout for bloody nose.
And they just
it's
did
5-1, yes, I thought it was. They were a little slow putting that 1 point up. Francisconi, as I said, looks very, very confident here, and he should. He's beaten his opponent twice during the season. Mike Bezzoso is very tough. He did a great job against Doug Vernon of Haddon Township this afternoon, Cammy, winning the match 10-6. And that was one of the few, what you would call big upsets of the district so far.
This is one of the weight categories where we're not seeing a 1 and 2 seed competing.
Right. Well, Bezzoso was a number 3 seed. Of course, Vernon was 2, and Francisconi was number 1, so it's not too bad. There's a takedown out of bounds by Francisconi. We have 37 seconds remaining in the first period. Francisconi leading Mike Bezzoso 5-1. Wrestlers are in a neutral position right now. Zozo trying for takedown. He's shooting in there, and Francisconi's countering. Francisconi looks like he's looking for a throw. We have 14 seconds remaining, first period. 122-pound weight class, District 28 finals. And that time, Mike Bezzoso tried to throw. And he went out of bounds, and Bob Aceto, the official, will start him again with 3 seconds remaining, and that's it, first period.
And Francisconi with a 5-1 edge here.
Choice goes to Mike Bezzoso, and he selects the neutral position, standing up. So Mike must feel that he's good on his feet. And, of course, he needs points. He's losing 5-1 to Francisconi of Pola 6.
Francisconi is a senior, as is Mike Bezzosa. And we wish these two young men well in their future.
Yeah, they're both fine wrestlers, Cammy. And they helped the programs at their respective schools tremendously. Zozo's trying to come in for a takedown, and he almost got it. Francisconi countered very, very nicely. And the wrestlers are out of bounds. Bob Aceto will start him again. We have 1:28 remaining, second period. Zozo keeps trying for that takedown. Francisconi just keeps trying to counter, and there's no control. Notice the official's arms out to his side, signifying no control. And again, the wrestlers go out of bounds. We have 1:03 left, second period. Francisconi, Pola 6, leading Mike Bezzoso, Camden Catholic, 5-1. There's Francisconi with a shot, countered nicely by Mike Bezzoso. And again, they're out of bounds. 52 seconds left, second period. Francisconi shoots again and again. Mike DeSoso, Camden Catholic pancakes out of the way. DeSoso needs some points. There's another shot by Francisconi, countered by DeSoso. Now DeSoso's going for a takedown. And we're out of bounds again. 24 seconds remaining. Second period. Francisconi trying for that takedown, and he got it. He's trying to get some back points here, but I think time's going to run out for the second period. There it is. So Ron Francisconi jumps out to a 7-1 lead over Mike DeSoso of Camden Catholic, and we're going into the last period. Now, Francisconi has chosen the bottom or defensive position. Leading 7-1 with Mike DeSoso, and DeSoso from Camden Catholic is going to have to try to turn Francisconi over if he hopes to do anything or come back in this match. And both wrestlers go out of bounds with 1:45 remaining in last period. We're in the 122-pound District 28 finals.
Alex, if Francisconi hangs on to take this match, that'll give Paul VI 2 winners thus far in the District 28 championships.
Yeah, that's an important move, Cammie. Both Paul VI and Haddon Township had 6 in the finals. And you know, you always like to get your people through first, so you know what's happening. Now, Francisconi with a nice roll. Reversed DeSoso, and he has him in trouble now. Score right now is 9-1 Francisconi, and he is trying for a pin. He's not going to get it. 3 back points. The score right now is 12. 1 favor Ron Francisconi, a Paulus at 12-2. Wrestlers are in their neutral or standing position. Now, Cammie, every major or superior decision, there's a takedown by Mike DeSoso, or major decision adds points to the team score. And here's another reversal by Ron Francisconi. And again, he upped his lead to 14-4 over Mike DeSoso of Camden Catholic. We have 38 seconds remaining. Last period. Francisconi looks like he's in pretty good shape now, Cammie. I don't think there'll be any stopping him now unless he makes a serious mistake here and gets rolled and DeSoso ends up pinning him.
Alex, he didn't make too many mistakes all season long with a 19-1 record.
You're right. It doesn't figure he's going to make any now. Yeah. He's trying for back points here. And he's going to get them. There's the official counting, the silent count. Now he has 2 coming at least. Now the official did not award him yet because he is waiting to see if he's going to turn him again. Evidently it's the same move. And there it is again. And there's a pin. So Ron Francisconi, Paula 6 pins Mike DeSoso, Camden Catholic, with 4 seconds remaining in the last period to take the 122-pound District 28 championship.
And we'll be back with a 129-pound bout featuring undefeated Todd Young of Haddon Township after these messages.
Why does Kohler make so many plumbing products? Why over 1,100 faucets and spouts? Why more than 700 lavatories? More than 200 toilets? Why over 450 baths, whirlpool baths, and spas? 20 product colors. Because Kohler wants your home to be one of a kind.
FL Myers Incorporated, serving South Jersey.
Entertain the whole family with Front Row. If you're looking for drama, comedy, or even the daring, this month Front Row brings it home to you with movies like Commando, Weird Science, Silver Bullet, Compromising Positions, and more. Front Row, an exclusive first-run service for you. All you have to do is take a seat.
We've just begun the 129-pound bout featuring Todd Young with a 21-0 record from Haddon Township going against Pat Egan with 14-2 record. He's the second seed in the tournament from Haddonfield.
Todd Young is coming in 19-0 county. He's a two-time District 28 champion. He's going for his third championship. He's one of the elite 129 wrestlers in South Jersey.
And Todd Young is only a junior. He'll be back. That's got to make Miller Preston very happy.
Oh, yeah. Now, Pat Egan, don't sell him short. I watched him wrestle this afternoon, and he's tough. Egan 14-2, and they did not wrestle during the season, which is important, Cammy. So it's difficult to tell how they're going to make out. Of course, Young is the heavy favorite to win his third district championship. Now, Pat Egan is trying very, very hard to get that takedown. Both wrestlers out of bounds. Head official, Jerry Earhart.
Pat Egan's just a junior also. And what's interesting about him, he has, during this season, beaten 6 ranked wrestlers in South Jersey, including Lenape, Delrin, and Moorestown. 3 of the real tough wrestlers that we've seen.
That is interesting, Tammy. He's very capable of pulling an upset here. You would have to say that Todd Young is the favorite, but Egan could be tough. No score in the first period. We have 25 seconds. Todd Young, Haddon Township, Pat Egan, and Young is trying to come around, and he gets a 2-point takedown with 15 seconds after the first period. Now there goes the famous Haddon Township cradle. He's going to try to turn Pat Egan. We have 5 seconds left, first period.
And we talked about Miller Preston being the dean of wrestling over at Haddon Township. He's in his 21st year, and he sports a 235, 86, and 6 lifetime wrestling coaching record.
Cammy, he ranks 3rd among active coaches in South Jersey for number of wins. Ralph Ross, of course, leads all South Jersey. And then Jack Walsh, the personable and excellent coach at Moorestown High School, is 2nd.
And, of course, with our young Haddonfield wrestler is his head coach, Alex Carr, who was at Haddon High School and, ironically, for 8 years coached under Miller Preston at Haddon Township.
That's correct. That's right, Cammy. Al's an excellent coach, and you see he's wearing a brace on his leg. He's still wrestling with the kids. We're going to the second period now. Todd Young has taken a 2-0 lead over Pat Egan of Haddonfield. We're in the 129-pound championship bout at Pennsauken High School. Egan on top, Pat Young on the bottom. Young is trying to come out, and both wrestlers go out of bout, and Jerry Earhart, the official, will start him again. 1:48, second period. Young and Egan for the 129-pound championship. Todd Young trying to become one of the very, very few wrestlers ever to win 3 district championships in a row. If Egan can help it, that's not going to happen. So they're out of bounds again, 1:34 left. Todd Young up 2-0. shoelace here for Todd Young. We'll be ready to start in a moment. Gary Earhart, the first one, letting Todd Young get set, and now we're ready to go. Egan's trying to keep Young from escaping. If possible, try to turn him over, and he's doing a good job. He's riding very, very tough. Now we have locked hands on Pat Egan, which is a technical violation. It's 1 point for Todd Young, and the score now is 3-1. That is a big point. 1:21 left, second period. Egan is tough. He's given Todd Young a nice match here. Young is almost out. Almost. And they go out of bounds. That was a nice job by Pat Egan preventing that escape by Todd Young.
Pat Egan is not really taking Todd Young's undefeated record seriously.
I mean, I'm impressed with Pat. Young is trying to come out. Pat Egan is riding very, very tough. He's trying to turn Todd Young over. This will be a big upset here should Egan beat Young.
With 46 seconds left in the second period, Egan is leading 3-0.
He has a ball and chain on Todd and trying to pull him on a mat here. He couldn't get him and he went out of bounds. 39 seconds remaining, second period. Pat Egan on top, Todd Young on bottom. Young with a 3-0 lead, hoping to capture his third District 28 championship. And all the different weight classes too, Cammy. Well, there goes Egan trying to turn Young.
And we've got the entire Haddonfield wrestling team sitting in front of us, rooting on.
And Young is out. And he has a half in on Pat Egan. Score now is 5-0, favor Todd Young. Now Todd Young is trying to set up that cradle. Well, and he got the cradle too. Now he's going to try to turn Pat, and there's the buzzer and the second period. Score 5-0, Todd Young over Pat Egan Haddonfield. Choice was Todd Young's. He selected the offensive top position. Now Egan has to score some points here, Cammy, if he hopes to win this match. And that might be a tough job against Todd Young, two-time district champion, undefeated. Egan's trying to get some kind of hand control in here. Young has a half. Driving it pretty hard.
Roll with it, roll with it.
Young riding very, very tough over Pat Egan Haddonfield. He's trying to set that cradle up. And we have a stalling warning on the bottom. Stalling warning against Pat Egan of Haddonfield. Young has barred that right arm of Pat Egan. The half, and he's trying to turn him over. We have 55 seconds remaining in the second period, or last period.
The Bulldogs are cheering on here on the side.
There's a half. Todd Young trying to turn Pat Egan over. He really has a very, very deep half. Pat Egan is tough. He just can't get him over. We have 25 seconds remaining. And it looks like Todd Young is going to win his third District 28 championship. That's quite an accomplishment. He has a ball and chain now on Pat Egan. He's in complete control. Trying to turn turn them. We have 5 seconds. Well, Todd Young of Haddon Township is going to win his 3rd district championship over Pat Egan of Haddonfield. Final score, 5-0.
Of course, we have to congratulate Pat Egan for the tremendous job that he turned in at that weight category as runner-up.
Yeah, he did a nice job against an outstanding wrestler. He really did. Todd Young is very, very impressive.
Now they'll be awarding the medals to the 122-pound winners. And while we're waiting for these awards to be given in the 122-pound category, we'd like to talk a little about our next match at 135 pounds. Rich Venuto of Paul VI is bringing in a 19-2-1 record. He'll be going against Jim McNamara of Haddon Township Hawks also with a 16-3 record. And on paper, these guys look pretty similar, Alex.
Well, I have to go with Venuto, Cammie. This is a head-to-head showdown between Haddon Township and Paul VI. And if Paul VI wants to dethrone Haddon Township for that championship, they're going to have to do it now. By the way, Rich Venuto's brother today finished 3rd in the Nationals at Trenton State, and for the 2nd year in a row has gotten All-American honors. Venuto, and there's a takedown by Rich. And he gives an escape away to Jim McNamara of Haddon Township, scores 2-1. Now looks like Venuto is trying for a cradle here for another takedown. And he got a takedown. Scores 4-1. Rich Venuto. A very, very deep half on Jim McNamara of Haddon Township. He's trying to turn him over. One of Venuto's best moves is that tilt. And he just hasn't set up McNamara yet. McNamara 16-3 coming into the districts. Venuto 19-2-1. He's trying for a tilt here.
Again, not one of your favorite moves.
No, not at all. There's the 2 points he has coming. Venuto's trying to turn McNamara over. A very, very deep half. And there's a 2-point near fall. Score 6-1. Venuto, Camden Catholic over Jim McNamara, Haddon Township. Very nice move here. That was a counter. Well, McNamara trying to turn in, and Venuto countered that. He's going to get back points here, Cammie. That was a very, very nice counter. So far, Rich Venuto, Paul VI in great control. 2 more back points. Score now is 8-1. And McNamara did not get an escape. Oh, he did give an escape. Okay. So score 8-2. Rich Venuto, Haddon Township. Going to 2nd period. 135-pound District 28 championship. And the wrestler selected the neutral position. 2nd period. There's a beautiful duck under on Venuto. Beautiful. And he jumps out 10-1 over Jim McNamara of Haddon Township. And I'll be surprised if he doesn't try to turn him for a couple tilts. That's his That's his move. He has a power half in and a grapevine on the near lost one match this year, and I think it was a one-pointer to Paulsboro, who has not lost in 170-some matches. So they hold a national record, and Paul VI was beating them going into the last match.
And of course, our congratulations go out to the Paulsboro wrestlers for nailing home yet another state championship.
They have a great program there, Cammie, and the town supports them 100%. They have great people working with the kids, and the Paulsboro fans they're just great people. They support that team 100%. They're very, very proud of it. Now we have a stalling warning on Rich Venuto, and he has McNamara's head. McNamara is in trouble right now. If he doesn't let go, he's going to get pinned. And he might get pinned. There's a reversal by Venuto. 16-3 with 55 seconds remaining. Now Venuto would like to get a technical fall here and just end this match. He's trying for back points. He has a power half and the arm. The official, Tortilla, feels he wasn't over far enough, and now we're going to have a potentially dangerous hold. Stops the match. 31 seconds remaining. Rich Venuto looks like he's going to win his second consecutive 135-pound title. He's leading Jim McNamara of Haddon Township 16-3. He has a deep half in here. And this is going to be the end of the match. It's going to be a technical fall. Cammie. He has back points coming. There they go. And the score is 18-3, and the official, Norman Tortilla, stops the match. Rich Venuto, pole of 6, winner by technical fall over Jim McNamara, Haddon Township, with 10 seconds remaining, last period.
And of course, that signifies the third individual winner for the Paul VI Eagles.
Cammie, they look like they're rolling pretty good now.
And while they're awarding another category's medals, we would like to introduce the 141-pound wrestlers from Haddon Township. Brian Claus with an outstanding 17-1 record. We had a chance to see Brian during the last football season, Alex. And wrestling for Paul VI, another great wrestler with a 20-2 record, Jim Gilch. We'd also like to take this opportunity to wish a happy birthday to our favorite Pisces, Bob Sieberlich, who is our director out in the truck tonight.
Cammie, this is a great matchup between Claus and Gilch. Gilch leads Paul VI with 17 pins. And he only lost 2 matches. One of them was in the Phillipsburg finals. He's an excellent wrestler. And, of course, Brian Claus from Haddon Township, 17-1. He's going to be tough. And I've seen him wrestle before. He got a great cradle.
And you know, he is the defending district champ at 141, Alex, coming back from next year, and he took a second in the regions.
He's tough, and if Gilch has any hope of winning this match, he has to watch Claus's, and there's a takedown for Brian Claus. Very nice countering Jim Gilch's move, and takes an early 2-0 lead. 15 seconds into the first period. Gilch is going to have to watch that cradle, Cammie. Ryan has an excellent cradle for Haddon Township. Brian Claus, Haddon Township, number 1 seed against Jim Gilch from Paul VI, the number 2 seed.
And Brian Claus, a senior, this will be his farewell in the district competition.
He has great leverage, Camry, and he's a long, lean, and he has an excellent cradle, and this is what Jim Gilch is going to have to be very, very careful about. He better keep his head up. Gary Papa is trying to tell Gilch to try to control Brian Claus's